Welcome back to Hardcover Hooligans. Mac, I just have the one thing I learned from this book is that, one, you should rip off all of Irish folklore and mythology.
Yes.
You have to take the literal names from Irish folklore and mythology, use them unchanged.
Uh-oh.
Make a ton of money. And then the coup de grace, this is really important, Mac. You make them the cartoonishly evil bad guys.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but I'm excited to hear about how that works out. So, what are we reading today, Danilo?
We're reading A Court of Wings and Ruin.
Oh, a bunch of words in a row.
That's right. I'm back in the fairy smut trough, and I am gobbling away.
Piggy Danilo's back for more, back for seconds,
back for
thirds.
Seconds. This is literally thirds.
Yeah,
I'm slopping
thirds.
up this content.
Yes,
baby.
let's go.
They're hot. They're immortal. They have sex sometimes. They might be at war, but despite that, they can still eat dinner.
Yeah, what I'm excited to learn. So last time, all I really remember from last time is that they had a lot of dinner.
Yeah, we'll review the book in a second, but first, I just want to say thank you all for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. And if you like the show, review it on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. Like we keep saying, maybe it's because we're saying it at the end of the episodes, not at the beginning. If you leave a funny review or comment, we will read it. And that's all.
And that's all.
Mac, what do you remember from A Court of Mist and Fury?
A Court of Mists and Fury, or Akamath,
Yep.
As it is
Affectionately known.
Affectionately known.
For only its close personal friends.
It starts with a beautiful girl throwing up in a porcelain toilet.
Yep.
There was some sort of night court. We talked a lot about the night court, not the show, but the place.
Yep.
We talked about how what's his name? Tip.
Reese?
No, the other one.
Her first boyfriend, Tamlin.
How we are Team Tamlin.
Yep.
And I don't remember why, but I remember feeling like at the end of the book he didn't do anything wrong, or it was just all a big misunderstanding.
The whole second book felt sort of like a hit job on the romantic interest of the first book, and I think due to our maybe contrarian tendencies, we have decided not to let the propaganda of A Court of Mist and Fury affect our opinion of our unproblematic king, Tamlin.
Tamlin. What does he have a last name?
I'm just kidding. I don't care. No, I want to. This is a fantastic segue because some of these fairies inexplicably have last names,
but not all of them.
And it's like a reveal. So we learn one of the characters, Lucian. You remember Lucian?
Vaguely.
He had a metal eye. That word. He was like. It was like you don't remember that? You don't remember that? There's a big reveal that his last name is Van Sarah.
What?
Does that mean anything to you?
No.
It means nothing to me either.
Okay. But it's supposed to be interesting?
It's lore, because that means he's related to someone and not someone else, and maybe we thought he was related to someone else. And
oh my God.
It's sort of like, who cares?
Yeah, I'm sure if you cared, that's a big reveal. But
I'm like, does anyone like what's with these last names?
Yeah,
apparently Reese, who's like the main love interest with the Night Court, Bat Wings, does some problematic stuff in the first book that's sort of hand-waved away. We don't really talk about that here. His last name has on purpose never been revealed. And people on the internet have like theories about what it is. And Sarah J. Maas is like, when are we going to reveal Reese's last name? Because we all care so deeply about that, and there's implications to that, I guess.
It's Reese. What could it be? Maybe it's Feyre's what's Feyre's last name?
Archeron.
What? Is she an archer?
She for the first thing we do, she shoots a fairy with an arch.
So her last name
with
is
an archery. With an archery.
With an archery. My name is Mac, works at a car dealership, Ron. So that works out.
Subaru-san.
Max Subaru-san.
Subaru-san. Sort of like
a Japanese honorific, of course. So
Subaru-san, teach me your ways.
Her name is Feyre Archeron.
Correct.
And we don't know Reese's last name, so maybe it's Reese Archeron, and there's sort of a Jaime Lannister and Cersei Lannister kind of thing.
I think that's probably wrong. I also think that last names don't matter when you're like immortal, you know.
That's true, because the point of a last name is to differentiate you from your children. Were you to give them a first name,
Right.
or
What we
maybe
learn is basically all these fairies are just people with powers.
Yeah.
And their culture reflects human culture and worries almost identically. Especially with like their morality. And like they're all like mid-20s, early 30s.
Of course.
And they're all 500 years old. But they all act like mid-20s, early 30s from 2023 or whatever.
Yeah.
Although this book was published in like 2018, so
Oh, the good old days when the coronavirus was just a glint in the eye of the world.
was just a glint in Fauci's eye. First published in the United States in 2017.
2017.
We're creeping up on the 10-year anniversary of A Court of Wings and Ruin, folks.
When we get there, we should kill ourselves live on the show. That is really beautiful. 10 years of this. That's awesome.
10 years of covers like this.
Maybe
of
I
titles
just
like this.
wasn't paying attention, but I feel like I didn't hear anything about this until post-COVID.
I know.
So do you think
yeah.
all of the people who like this book were just trapped inside and convinced themselves that this was good because it was either that or go out and die by a horrible virus?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of things that happened during COVID because people had time to read and
Yeah, people baked
listen to
sourdough
stuff.
bread. I haven't seen sourdough bread in about 6 years.
Yeah, they stopped it.
They stopped it. Sourdough bread was outlawed.
Biden stopped sourdough bread.
Biden
post-COVID.
outlawed sourdough bread, and that's why we voted for Trump, because he said he was going to bring it back.
And has he?
And has he?
I think
I'm starting to think we may have been lied
that's
to.
That's the final straw.
I'm starting to think
I'm on
we're
the
lied
cusp of changing my mind about this.
on the cusp. I'm not there yet. I like everything else he's doing, but I like a grilled cheese with a sourdough bread, and I'm not able to eat it yet, Daddy. Where's my bread, Daddy?
I'm sort of trying to like
Vamp?
I'm vamping because
you didn't read it, did
there's not. Yeah, so if you're watching the video component of this, I have a shit ton of tabs in the first half of this book, sort of like I'm a college professor teaching Faulkner. I'm sort of gonna be holding this, waving it around, doing readings of passages.
Oh, I'm excited.
Etc. The problem is, this might be a twist. I did not hate this.
Okay. All right.
It's not good, but I think by the third book, it sort of figures out what it is.
Now, are you sure, or have you just been inured to the world?
That might be part of it, because I immediately read the name Feyre, and my sort of body sort of reacted, you know. And I think unless I like sort of overcame my like biological training,
yeah.
I don't know if I would have been able to read this.
Now, you said something, so now, listener out there, don't get too jealous, but Danilo came over and we had breakfast this morning.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And Danilo said something. He said, I think I am interested to see where this story is going. You said that out loud.
I did say that.
And I didn't ask you this at the time, but I was saving it for now. Would you, if I died tomorrow,
yeah,
in some horrible book-related accident working at the printing press, I get cut up into the books. Would you?
Would it be worse if you were like reprinted as a copy of like the Fountainhead?
I think so.
The only way to visit you again is to buy a bunch of copies of Ayn Rand,
and you could put me together as some sort of flat paper man.
Flat Stanley.
Flat Stanley, and we're so back.
Flat Mac is written on Ayn Rand.
And you heard it here first. You first. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here first.
Mac is Ayn Rand.
Would you? Ayn Rand. Would you?
That was schwag. I'll stop. I'll let you finish.
I miss John Galt. What happened to John Galt?
Libertarianism.
Libertarian baby. Libertarian baby is pretty good. I want free milk. He gets that free milk, though.
We have to read that because I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think that's just the first sentence.
Oh, okay.
Who is John Galt or something like that?
He gets free milk.
He gets free milk because he's a libertarian baby. Who's to say? I don't think anybody's really read those books. They just like to pretend.
You were going to ask me a question.
Yeah. Would you, if I die tomorrow, book-related accident, became Flat Mac, would you continue reading them?
No.
No. Would this be the one you tapped out on? Or would you at least, okay. Would you finish this book?
Yeah.
If I died tomorrow? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All this is heavily weighted in that my partner has also read these.
So you enjoy talking to her?
No, I enjoy...
Because I don't know what that's like.
No.
I don't like talking to my wife.
You said that, and I immediately said no. No, I do. It's fun when she's in the same room and she says, "Hey, what part are you on?" And I sort of chuckle at the absurdity of what's happening.
Yeah.
Or it's someone says something or a sentence is written a certain way and I sort of laugh and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, I read it out loud and I sort of have a little laugh.
Yeah. Some of it, these books, your Fourth Wing, for instance, I think you do get sort of just dulled to the written word.
I think this finally has broken through my like wall of brain cells that like inure me. Like it's sort of like you have to suspend your critical thinking.
Yeah, and you just enjoy it.
I mean, I don't really enjoy it. I think it's not.
You just don't hate it.
I'm not actively taking psychic damage, I think, the way that I was before.
Well, that's good.
I can sort of like, enough is happening. It's paced out seemingly well. And it's just like, there's enough boring people now that they each sort of have their own little boring thing. And you cycle through all that stuff with enough regularity, and you got a book cooking.
It's a shame that it seems like the best book so far is where the anti-Irish sentiment starts to bleed through heavily.
That truly is what is making it work for me. No, I'm just kidding.
I thought I was going to ask, are you just fascinated with like, boy, what is this? Where is this coming from? Why are you doing this?
Because it's not, I mean, I'm only halfway through.
Sure.
It's I think, just funny in a accidental way. I don't think it's by any means on purpose. It's just, I didn't think about that angle.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that called? Is that Occam's razor?
That's the most,
the simplest answer.
The simplest explanation.
Yeah,
because if you want it to be really the concept of being anti-Irish in 2017, like as a political stance, is insane.
Yeah.
So it's clearly just not thinking through the implications.
One would hope.
Yeah, one would hope. I guess I don't know.
We don't know her. Maybe if we when she dies, we'll go into her house and find a bunch of handwritten notes from
journals.
Margaret Thatcher, and they were in communique for years.
I'll tell you what, Margaret Thatcher would love these books.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It seems like it's sort of the case of when you lazily copy your fantasy map from the real world, you sort of do have to think about what those countries are now.
Yeah.
Like if I wrote a fantasy book based off of Rome, and I used the old Roman word for like Egypt, Aegyptus, and I was like, all the people from Aegyptus are bad and evil, and they're just backwards in their ways, and they love slaves.
Yeah, that would not be awesome.
That's like, okay, so you pick the people from modern day Africa to be like they are like bad.
Yeah. I was thinking about this. I think the other, the book that immediately springs to mind that is about two continents of similar size that are right next to each other is A Song of Ice and Fire,
sure,
or Game of Thrones. And I think one could make an argument that Daenerys is operating as some sort of white savior.
Yeah.
In those books, or in the show. In the books, I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe that... What is the other continent called?
Essos?
Yes. I don't believe that the people in Essos are explicitly people of color. It's just a different world. But in the show, they definitely are.
There's at least, I would say, a certain element of like Orientalism happening in Essos.
But I think that is handled with a lot of... In the books, at least. I have not seen all the show, but I've read all of the books that are available. And we're a book podcast, so I'm talking about the books. In the books, I remember thinking like, wow, this is being handled with sort of grace and care, and I'm getting the sense that you're not really supposed to be on the Queen of Dragons side all the time.
Sure. And I'll say that is about 70,000 layers of subtlety, too subtle for this book.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I draw the immediate comparison because it is, of course, in the A Noun of Noun and Noun series.
Right.
Yeah. A Song of Ice and Fire.
I would love to get, if George R. R. Martin needs another project to procrastinate on the Winds of Winter for, I think he could sort of write a fairy smut world, and I think it would be very well received.
I would read the George R. R. Martin fairy smut world.
And I think you should just call it A Court of Thorns and Roses and just eat the copyright because he can afford it.
Eat the lawsuit.
That'd be a badass move, George.
I think it would be fun to do that book and none of the other ones when it comes out because I don't know if I want to read all of them. That's a lot of reading if it ever comes out.
So in the last book, we talked a little bit about what happened. They have a lot of dinner. So she...
Oh, wait. I remember one other thing.
Yeah.
The Bone Weaver.
So you're conflating two things. There's the Bone Carver.
The Bone Carver.
And the Weaver of the Woods.
Oh, of course.
We have a big lore drop about those two in this book.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you remember all of Feyre's new friends at the Night Court?
Aren't they? And they do some sort of heist?
Yes, they do a heist from the Summer Court, and they get mailed like blood rubies from the Summer Court. When he's like their lives are forfeit for like betraying the Summer Court. They come up in the middle of the last book, and they sort of don't come up in the rest of the book. But great news, folks! The blood rubies come back.
Yes.
She didn't forget about them entirely. She forgot about them for the second half of the other book, but they're back. They're mentioned.
I remember.
Are they relevant? No, but they are mentioned.
I remember Reese said that he has a line of credit at most stores.
Yes, that's right. There's one line where he's like, because they have, so they're like Reese and Feyre are like fully together now.
Thank God.
But then at the end of one of the chapter breaks is he's like, I'm gonna have to raise your salary.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's in this?
That's in this.
Didn't he raise her salary before? Oh, he started paying her a salary.
He started paying her. He's like, you know, you're getting paid, right? She's like, what?
50,000 blood rubies a year.
We're all getting paid.
Yeah.
Because Reese's big thing, as we learned, is consent.
Of course.
This is all really important in fairy world. Feyre and Reese are on a crusade to make sure everyone under their purview is making the choices they want to make.
Yeah.
And anyone who doesn't let other people make choices is bad and gets punished for it.
Yeah, that seems like you're maybe creating a book devoid of conflict. Aside from the evil Irish people.
They're all the good people.
Right, of course.
And they're all like,
even though
we're all here of our own free will, but all the other fairies rule by power and coercion.
Right, says the guy who like drugged and assaulted Feyre in the first book.
Mac,
I'm sorry.
We don't talk about that.
Right.
Reese, every chapter, he's a perfect sacrificial angel. He puts too much responsibility on his own shoulders. He's a hero.
His broad shoulders with his winged shoulders.
Every scene, Feyre's like, you put too much on yourself. And he's like, I just can't help it. I love all my friends and family and my people so much.
Wow, that's beautiful.
I know. What else is important? Do you remember what happened at the end of Court of Mist and Fury? This is important.
No, I don't.
So the most confusing climax of all time. Long story short, remember there were queens? There were like 6 queens.
Yes, I do remember that.
The queens betrayed them, and they went to the castle in Highburn, and the king of Highburn had kidnapped Feyre's sisters.
Oh, yeah.
And he dumps them in the cauldron, which to make them immortal fairies, which is apparently a fate worse than death, and dumps them out, and they become immortal fairies. And one of them is Elaine, is Lucien's mate. He sees her, and he's like, "That's my mate."
Oh, the guy in his eyes like.
Yeah, the guy's. He has red hair. He's from the Autumn Court, but he's Tamlin's.
Do you think if he used his eye as some sort of vibrator, she'd be into that? I'm just asking.
First, she has to break through Elaine's trauma because Elaine is traumatized
from what? Being put
from
into
being
a cauldron?
put in the cauldron,
and that was scary.
So for the whole, we're going to start. We're going to talk about the beginning of this book.
Yeah,
what happens?
Yeah.
So at the end of the last book, Feyre and Reese do some sort of trick where she like makes it seem like Reese was mind controlling her the whole time, and she like pretends to snap out of it. So that Tamlin is like, oh, finally, I can get Feyre back, and she can come live in the Spring Court with me. And he did this. He, like, allied with Highburn. He betrayed them just to try to get Feyre back because he was under the impression she had been brainwashed and kidnapped by the guy who, like, assaulted her and made her do sexy dances in the first book.
That's the reason we were on Team Tamlin, right? Is because from Tamlin's perspective, he is actually doing the right thing.
And so Tamlin, to be fair, has anger issues.
Sure.
After the whole traumatic thing under the mountain in the first book, he like tries to keep Feyre safe by locking her in her room,
right?
Not letting her go anywhere. But then he's controlling he's controlling her.
Right.
He sort of loses his temper sometimes. He like destroys a room, and Feyre's like, this guy is a irredeemable monster.
Yeah.
Which, sure.
And he's like,
but also in the whole first book, she was constantly escaping and getting into mortal danger. And then the one time she did, almost the whole kingdom died. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I'd keep her in the room.
This is.
And you thought she was brainwashed by you think she was brainwashed by the guy who you think is totally evil?
Right.
I'd keep her in the room and see.
Right. Yeah. fellas, if you think your lady is brainwashed by an evil guy, you got to keep her in her room.
I think
and
I'm
see.
Tamlin brainwashed. I'm like, lock Feyre in that room. 'Cause at least she can, Oh my God. Okay. So beginning of this book, she's a spy at the Spring Court.
Bum, 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 bum,
From the
bum,
beginning,
bum,
she's
bum,
like,
bum,
the
bum.
first line of this book. Okay, no, prologue.
Oh my God.
Prologue, Rhys is flashback. Rhys, there's some previous
Prologue,
war.
Rhys flashback, ultimate prologue.
He's like walking on a battlefield, and there's a bunch of corpses around. And he's like, oh my, it's the last war. Because the big war is happening where there's the wall. Remember the wall?
From Game of Thrones?
Yeah, but it's south.
Oh, okay.
It keeps
that's right.
It keeps
I do remember
there's
that.
a magical wall that keeps fairies out and humans below.
I do remember that.
And what the King of Hybern wants to do is break the wall so that he can enslave all the humans. And in the last war,
wait.
Uh-huh.
The King of Hybern wants to break the wall so he can enslave all the humans.
Yep.
Isn't he a fairy?
Yeah.
Can't you just go like south, like around the wall via boat? Or is the wall like magically protects the thing?
It's a magic invisible wall.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I think it stretches all the way across like the latitude or whatever.
I see. Okay. Sorry.
He does have ships. There's a naval attack.
Oh my God.
I know.
Broadside cannons.
Rhys. So we just learn more about how nice Rhys is and how he's like, I've always been on the side of humans. He's always been on the side that like fights with humans against the evil fairies. So he's always been a good guy.
Sure.
Don't judge him for his worst moment.
Which
in
was
the first book,
the
our
first
introduction to him.
Yeah. You only get one chance to make a good first impression, but ignore that.
So before we get Feyre as a spy, it's a sort of pointless prologue with such wonderful lines as "My breath whooshed from me."
What?
That's because he
saw
a corpse and he said, "My breath whooshed from me."
He saw a corpse and went, "Whoa!"
Because I think if you're like breath catches, I don't know if it's like.
Maybe it is for a fairy.
Because you see something surprising, you breathe in.
If I saw something surprising, I wouldn't go, oh, that's a corpse. Oh my God, that's scary.
Oh my God, it could be my friend. My breath whooshed from me. Also, portraying normal war things as dishonorable. It was like, we had to stomach getting weapons from the dead.
Oh, shut up.
Even though we quote needed them too desperately to bother with honor. It's a thing, like that's just a war thing. Is you take the weapons from the dead.
Yeah.
But he's so good. He's like it's so honorable. He's gonna deprive his own army of resources.
That is such a YA like person who is not thinking about war in any sort of meaningful context thing is to depict the worst acts of conflict to be picking up a sword from a dead guy.
Or like the worst thing you can do is like betray your own values in any way.
Yeah.
Because that way then the bad guys win. The whole first half of this book is them trying to find allies, and it's all like them hand-wringing over how like the allies might not be perfect or have like they have some history with doing bad stuff with like people. And
it's like ultimate like liberalism. Like we have to reach across the aisle and find. Yes, I know that the other side are Nazis, but we have to find some common ground.
No, but the thing is, they don't want to find common ground because, like, the idea they would rather get obliterated by the evil king than like compromise on their own values and work with someone who maybe was mean to them once.
Which could be in a better, different book. An interesting flaw of these characters, but you're supposed to be reading them as yes, that's correct.
Well, they're all like, they're all 18 because you like read and like someone smirks or like says something that's like, hey, I didn't know you like that, and like maybe spills a little embarrassing secret, and they're immediately like, their hands shook with rage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
When my friends spill my embarrassing secrets at some sort of meeting with 6 queens, my breath whooshes from me. You look like a thumb in my butt.
Mile after mile, a kingdom of the rotting dead, and still I looked.
Damn, Sarah J. Maas.
He looked.
And still I looked.
He looked at it. The unbelievable pain this man has suffered over 500 years of looking.
Has he ever killed anybody?
Yeah, he's killed a shit ton of people the whole time because he's like a badass.
Yeah.
I think I found out the plot. Who cares? They have dinner and they talk. I found the reason there needs to be these zones where they've decided everyone is evil because everyone, all of like Farrah and her new friends, like all have to be unimpeachably like good and unproblematic.
Sure.
But because of that, they like can't have like badass action moments.
Right.
So there has to be like these zones where these people are all unimpeachably bad. So our good guys can act however they want to, and it's completely justified.
Right.
They can there's the one area where Reese is like in charge of called the Court of Nightmares. Yeah. And it's sort of this zone where everyone's bad because they have like a bad culture. And so when they go there to like try to make allies or something, all the good guys are like, I hate this place and everything all these people stand for. And that means when I'm here, I can be a badass and be like, kneel before me. Damn. And then on the next chapter, you can be so upset about consent.
Right. Even though they just went into this place and were rude bullies to everybody else. What makes their culture bad? I don't love that.
They all live. So there's a lot of the Hollow Mountain count is slowly rising. There's a lot of hollow mountains with like stuff in it.
Sure.
And I think the Court of Nightmares like is in a mountain, and some of our like heroes, friends, parents run it, and they're like bad because they're like sexist. They like put women, like the women are supposed to give birth and all that stuff. It's just like a super sexist society.
Sure.
Oppressive.
Yeah.
And even though he's in charge of it, he like can't fix it. He just sort of rules
Why not?
it. And it's because that's a place they have to go, so we all remember they're badasses and not like a bunch of wusses.
But he owns the place, so Reese is complicit in the subjugation of women then.
No, Matt. Reese is
Oh.
our hero.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He was
you're right.
sad about taking the weapons from the dead, Mac.
Right, but he's okay with forcing an entire group of women in a hollow mountain to give birth, unrequited birth.
Let's see. This is important for me to get this right.
See, he's looking up, the hewn city.
Yeah, that's the other word for it. It's the hewn city because it's hewn out of a mountain. One of the two main cities in the Night Court. Yeah, they hate that Reese is their High Lord because Reese is half Illyrian, so they're racist. The place is known as the Court of Nightmares due to the occupants' violent principles.
That's it. That's all it says, huh?
All right. Yeah, they're violent. And so I was asking,
violent.
do you remember all the names of our friends?
No, not in a million years.
So here's the crew. You ready?
Yeah.
We got Farrah. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up
Pull up your list of friends.
Farrah, Reese, and we got like the crew. We got Morrigan, aka Moore. She's like short, badass lady.
Sure.
She's like a fighter. We have Amryn.
Sure.
Who is a sort of like an eldritch horror trapped inside of a fairy body.
I think I remember that one. That one's kind of cool.
It's pretty cool. She spent most of the last book translating.
Yeah.
Azrael, he's like the general.
From the Bible?
Is that
no, that's a Batman villain.
Yeah. So as we know, she's sort of stolen all these names.
Yeah.
From various places.
Wait, isn't Azrael an avenging angel?
I think so. We have Cassian.
Andor.
Cassian, he's like another fighter who's sort of he's like sort of quippy and funny.
Sure, that's Cassian.
Yep. And so that's sort of the main Night Court crew. The night shift of the Night Court, you could say. But we've added a couple people.
Yes.
We have Nesta.
Okay.
Who is Farah's asshole sister.
Nesta, sure.
She was dumped in the cauldron and came out in Immortal Fairy.
Yeah.
We have Elaine, the nice sister.
Yeah.
Who was dumped in the cauldron, comes out in Immortal Fairy. But we don't meet them yet. We start out because Farrah is a spy at the Spring Court. And the whole time, she's like, they don't know I'm a spy. I'm going to wreak havoc from within. I can't let them know. The first line of the novel is, the painting was a lie.
Oh, boo.
Because she was painting, but it was a happy painting. And she was like, it's happy even though I'm mad.
Are you serious?
Yep. and she like got so lost in thought about how much she hates Tamlin and the Spring Court for betraying them that she breaks her paintbrush.
Oh my God, tantamount to snapping one's own neck.
Well, and she's like, I have to hide the evidence.
Of her broken paintbrush?
Yeah, because then she's like, someone's going to see.
Because a happy woman would never break her own paintbrush.
No, exactly. And so
we're getting to the bottom of this.
So she uses her powers to incinerate the broken paintbrush. So there's no evidence. But then she's like, but it still smells like smoke. So she opens the window and uses her magic powers to blow the smoke smell out of the room. And that's how the book starts.
Oh my God.
She can't let anyone know.
No.
In the meantime,
you could have just dropped it and stepped on it by mistake.
No, because then people will know she's actually not happy to be back at the Spring Court.
Dude, this book fucking sucks. This sounds terrible.
Yeah, so she also hates that everyone here at the Spring Court like believes that Rhys is evil and would force her to do things she didn't want to do.
I see.
She's like, oh my God, the fact that they even thought that Rhys could do something like that and force someone to do anything.
It makes you want to break a million paintbrushes.
I added the insult to the long, long list of things to repay them for.
So what the hell? What's she going to do? Kill everybody?
So no.
Repay them for.
That is not a good punishment.
Right.
What do you think her plan is?
To get revenge on everybody?
Everyone at the Spring Court. Yeah, the first like third of this book is her at the Spring Court getting revenge.
Steal all their money?
Nope. 2 more guesses.
Paint paint some sort of Super Mario 64-esque picture and push everybody into it?
Nope. Flat Tamlin.
Flat Tamlin. Let's see. Third thing. And it can't be
It's not break all the paintbrushes.
Maybe
just to teach them a lesson about consent. That's not what happened. But that's her crusade. And she's like, I'm going to learn that you can't force people to lock people into rooms.
She's going to lock everybody into a room?
No.
Oh, what is it?
She's going to make all of Tamlin's like court turn on him. And he's going to like collapse his grip on power from within.
Nice. Good job.
I know. It's so cool and fun. So she like flirts with Lucien. She has a fake. He has like a fake nightmare. So like
what? Wait, what? What do you mean he has a fake nightmare?
No, she has a fake nightmare, and Lucien comes in. And is like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Of course, Lucien."
Wait,
Tamlin comes in.
Wait.
She's like, "I've sown the idea of unfaithfulness in him."
What do you mean fake nightmare? Like she's just pretending to thrash around in her sleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like screaming, and you think, and as a reader, you think she's having a real nightmare, and then after this like weird interaction, she's like, "My plan is working perfectly."
Okay, so she's a spy. Wait, why is she there? What did people think that Feyre's just there for? After all the crazy stuff that happened previously,
they thought she was captured by Rhys and was being held there against her will. Now she's home.
Oh, I see. I understand now.
Yep. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. There's like a high priest or high priestess who like is rivaling with Feyre, and it's sort of like, who cares? She like orchestrates something on some holiday where like she glows instead of the high priestess to make like the high priestess jealous.
Oh my God, a fate worse than death.
I know. And then all the guards and all the other Feyres are like, "Wow, Feyre, you're so cool and special." Not like the priestess. And she's like, "My plan is working."
What the hell?
And the Irish arrive.
No! No!
Irish twins, no less.
Oh my God.
They're here to inspect the wall.
No. What?
So a whole part of this is there's these 2 magic Irish twins from the King of Highburn. Because remember, Tamlin betrayed them. So how he's like working. He's like sort of like the Vichy government of this book.
Okay.
But he did it for love.
Yeah, of course.
That's how I defend the Vichy government. She like these Irish twins come to like inspect the wall because it's like magic and invisible, but it's also the magic is coming undone. So they're like camping to like find the gaps in the wall.
Oh my God. Can you hang on for a second. Can you imagine somebody being like, "Oh my God, I just read Aquawar. It was really good. Oh my God, how does it begin?" Well, some Irish twins show up and inspect gaps in a wall. I would be like, "You need to go to a mental institution now. You need to be zapped with like an anti-reading ray. You get your literacy taken away from you if you think this book is good." This is just insane. Are these some good Irish people at least?
No, they're evil.
Of course.
They're immediately evil.
That is insane.
They're like sinister twins who like are trying to mind read everyone. Well, so the other thing that happened, it doesn't matter. They're camping, and Feyre's finally like, my trap is set. Everyone, she does like something with like, the high priestess steals a key, and then later like some bad guys get in, and the guard gets blamed for stealing this key. But then Feyre does something where like the guard suddenly remembers that the high priestess stole the key. And Tamlin has to be like, do I kill the guard? Do I kill the high priestess? And he like wants to kill the guard, and Feyre's like, no, I'll step in. And so now all the guards like Feyre and hate Tamlin, and the high priestess hates Tamlin.
My plan is working perfectly.
And so she's out camping one of these times with these Irish twins. And she has decided they're inspecting the holes in the wall.
Why is she camping with the Irish twins?
Because she has to keep an eye on them to spy for information for the Night Court.
Oh.
And so do you remember how the mating bond can have them, her and Rhys, communicate telepathically?
Of course.
So she decides she can't because she doesn't know if it can be sensed or not. But they still do it sometimes.
Okay. Good.
But not in a way that would,
Get
resolve
sensed.
any conflict or get in any way. They just sort of do it occasionally to like give each other updates. Like, I love you.
Yeah, of course.
And she's all like, the last time I saw my friends, they were wounded. And he's all like, they're healed now. And then she's still like, I can't believe my friends were wounded.
Yeah.
And he's like, they've all healed. Everyone's good. And she's like, I'm never going to forgive Tamlin for letting my friends get wounded.
How do they get wounded?
At the end of the last book.
Oh, in some sort of cauldron-related incident?
Yep. So at some point, Lucian is camping with them, and this high priestess like ties up Lucian and is about to so it's sort of coercing him to have sex. And what Feyre does to teach the high priestess a lesson about consent is sort of takes over her mind and makes her smash her own hand with a rock.
What?
And gives her the command: you will never touch another person against their will. You will never convince yourself that they truly want your advances, that they're playing games. You will never know another's touch unless they initiate, unless it's desired by both sides.
What?
She teaches the high priestess a lesson about consent while she's smashing her own hand with a rock.
Feyre would love capital punishment. An eye for an eye, you motherfucker.
She deserves it.
She deserves it, of course. Because she was trying to have sex with somebody, or was she actively sexually assaulting Tamlin?
Lucian. She was going to, but Feyre's like, I'm gonna leave in the dead of night, and she stumbles across this scene.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's sort of it doesn't.
Why was the high priestess doing that?
Oh, because remember the first book where like Tamlin has to have sex with a fairy in order for like the magic in the land to come up again?
I don't remember that. No.
Well, so he was like too sad to do it last time, so like Lucian had to do it, and so it was with the high priest, and so the high priestess was like, hey, Lucian, I know we're camping, but I kind of want a bone again. And she's like, you know you want it.
And then, okay, I see. That's weird, man. That is
It's weird. Good and interesting.
That is weird.
Consent is important. Are you saying consent's not important, man?
I know, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Are you saying teaching a fairy priestess about consent by taking over her mind and making her injure herself is not the morally correct thing to do?
It's a very real, this goes back to our conversation about hypocrisy being the ultimate sin. It seems that these books are taking like everybody needs to fully be on the same page, not just with like sex, with literally anything ever. There can be no disagreement ever before any decision ever gets made. Yeah. Otherwise, that is an infraction that then would allow you to kill somebody.
It's like the YA obsession with like wringing your hands about like the nature of power.
Yeah. Yes.
It's like if I'm in charge of someone, that's just like a bad guy being in charge of someone.
Right. And this goes back to like I don't want to see anybody being like, but it's not actually YA. That's not where it's shelved. If you read this book and then read a book written for grown-ups, you will learn the differences of how this book is written in a YA style so that anybody can read it, and sex is in the book to attract grown-ups. That is what it is. It is designed, it is content. It is designed to be selling you books so that somebody can be making a bunch of money. It does not matter where the fucking book is shelved. It is a YA novel, young adult prose and stylings and trappings and themes.
Like
with a sexy overcoat.
Because like what it's about is very like
It's for children. It is a child's level understanding of
like
conflict.
of like the world.
Yes.
Like we can't take their weapons because it would be dishonorable. We can't ever force anyone to do anything. So everyone's gonna have a salary.
Right. Yeah. You wouldn't be able to, like, let's just say hypothetically, some federal agents were killing people in your city where you record a podcast.
Yeah.
Pharaoh would be of the opinion that you are not allowed to protest because by virtue of protesting and ignoring a direct dispersal order, you could possibly be putting somebody's life in danger. So Pharaoh would invade my mind and make my smash my hand in with a rock. Now it's different with that because like a rape is about to occur.
Sure.
But it gets transposed to being like everybody on the team needs to be willing to do the same thing. But we're allowed to, of course, go into this nightmare court and slaughter these people because...
or be mean to them.
Yeah, be mean to them because they are evil without reproach, similar to the Hibernians or whatever.
Well, and because they're pro-slavery, and that's like the ultimate non-consensual agreement.
Yes. But it's just such a...
And that's implied why... Because this whole time I was thinking of... She's always like, I will never forgive Tamlin for betraying, so my sisters got put into a cauldron and became immortal. And I was never clear on like why that was so bad.
Yeah.
Like even if it's painful, sort of you get to, be immortal.
Yeah, is it like when you get put into the cauldron, is it like you're incurring unbelievable psychic damage and trauma?
That's what it seems like is happening.
Okay.
There's no reason, anything that will lead Feyre to know that until this book. Also, there's the idea that like they didn't consent to be put in the cauldron, so it's like a breach of like their bodily autonomy to be put in a cauldron, and that's the true crime here.
Yeah.
So it's on theme. It's all on.
It is on theme. It's just the theme is for babies.
You can't force anyone to do anything and if you do, you're like the evil Irish king. So I mean, I've only talked about the plot of like the first 100 pages.
Okay, sorry.
So she escapes. Lucian goes with her because Lucian's like, I always knew you were lying, and then his eye words. And they have to the evil twins blow Faebane on them, which is like their kryptonite.
Oh, no!
It negates their powers. So they have to walk to the night court. They have some adventures. They have to walk through like the autumn court, and Lucian's brothers attack them and they fight them off, and then right at the last minute, like the Avengers, all her friends sort of come and land on this frozen lake and save her and take her back to night court, and she's like, I'm home finally.
Thank God.
I know. And so finally we can start. She sees her sisters. Her sister Nesta is really mad at her because it's her fault that she got turned into a fairy by the evil Irish king.
Because ultimately the whole story is her fault because she shot that wolf.
Yeah.
Okay.
So none of this would be happening if it wasn't for Feyre.
Right, shooting a wolf. Shooting Tamlin's friend or whatever that was.
Right. The other sister, the nice one, is like super traumatized. She's like not eating. She's like in her room. Everyone's mad that Lucian is trying to like get to her because Lucian was part of the bad guys, even though him and Nesta or him and Elaine are true mates. Now, you would think that being mated would sort of contradict something about the issues of consent we've had, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Good thing there's a paragraph that talks about that.
Oh, good.
Where it's like the mating in the last book and the book before, the mating bond is sort of this like inescapable, fated thing that no one can resist. In this book, it's sort of like you can reject it, and women can, and they're usually fine, but the men sort of go crazy if they reject it. So it's all sort of okay.
Yeah.
Because we know about consent now, and that's important. So now that they're all back at home base, they're like, oh, I want to ask you, do you know what page the first dinner happens in this book?
10.
22.
Oh! I was close.
22.
12 pages of dinner
First
off.
dinner. First bath happens shortly after. There's a lot of baths. There's a lot of dinners. And it was about at this point where I sort of understood the appeal of this book.
Which is?
Which is, if you like these characters, this is sort of like listening to a podcast of these characters while you're on vacation.
But how could you like these characters? They don't do anything or are not interesting.
No, Morrigan is quippy and sort of like sassy. And Reese is like sexy and hot, and he always does the right thing. And Amryn is like a badass eldritch horror. They're all like cool and nice, and they all have salaries.
Yeah, they all get paid.
They all get paid for their work. I would assume pound sterling, because this is in,
in fantasy England.
This is in fantasy England. The Night Court's actually in fantasy Scotland.
Oh, of
so
course.
One must imagine Reese Scottish.
So, but the Night Court and the Nightmare Court are in fantasy Scotland.
Yeah.
So not only are the Irish people the bad guys, but the Scottish people are the violent ones.
They have the reputation for being violent ones.
Sarah J. Maas, you are a fucking lunatic scumbag. That is insane.
The Highlanders.
That's what they're called?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, Night Court canonically in northern Scotland.
That is fucking crazy.
Yep.
That is unacceptable.
Spring Court is like southern England, like London.
Sure.
What else? Feyre, she gets home. She's so happy. Lucien's like, where are we going to live? And Feyre's like, which house? The townhouse or the palace? Remember, they have a townhouse.
Sure. Wow.
It's so cool. It's this when I'm like, okay, the fantasy part of this is, I think people just want to be on vacation. They want to eat dinner with their friends. They want to take baths. And they want to decide whether they're going to stay at their townhouse or at their palace.
Yeah, sure.
And, maybe war is sort of happening back there. You want to have sex with your sexy boyfriend with his bat wings.
Yeah.
This book, I don't know if you're catching on to this, is not a romance. There's no romance happening. The two main characters are together. There's a couple sex scenes.
Are they hot?
They have witty banter. My favorite part of these, the sex scenes are well written, I would say.
I do remember you saying that.
In a not cringy way, but also in a not so abstract as to not be, sex scenes.
Yeah.
But that's like, I would say, like, it's poetic.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty well written. Clearly the part of the book that received maybe the most effort.
Yeah. So it's got well-written sex scenes and also a horribly violent anti-Gaelic through line through the whole series. What a good book. Yeah, you're right. These are good books.
Well, because they're together, so it's like what? It's like you're watching a married couple have sex.
Oh my God. What I wouldn't give to be on a fly on the wall for a married couple having sex.
Like at the end of the day, that's when I realized it's just, if you like these people, you're like, wow, they have like witty banter.
Yeah, but if you like these people, you're an idiot.
No, they're good, Mac. You don't understand. You don't understand.
I don't understand because I am not an idiot.
They have baths. The sisters are like, whatever. The sisters are around. There's a lot of people, and they're all sort of like hanging around. And they're trying to find allies, and everyone's squeamish about having morally compromised allies, and they have dinner and
talk
about it.
How are they morally compromised? Like, what are they doing?
Morrigan, they're like, hey, we need people to fight in our war. Otherwise, we're gonna get totally overrun by the forces of Hybern.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna destroy all of us and rule us all with an iron fist.
Yeah.
And then Morrigan, who's from the Court of Nightmares, is like pissed that they're even considering having an alliance with the Court of Nightmares.
And I can't recall. I'm sorry. What makes Hybern so evil aside from the Irish stuff?
They want to enslave the humans.
Right. And we've shacked up with the fairies who care about the human. Or is it that they only care about Feyre, who used to be a human?
I think it's retconned that they've always cared about humans.
But
that's what that first chapter is about, because Reese has always been on the side of pro-humans.
But we know for a fact from the first book that is not true. But that is a
right, because they're the fairies are supposed to be like these like bestial mythical creatures. But the more we sort of live with them, the more they're just kind of like people.
Yeah, they are just humans.
Do you want to read about Hybern?
Yeah.
I'm going to read some portions. There's like a whole page where they talk about how evil fantasy Ireland is. I will also have to say, so Hybern is the Latin name for Ireland. Anti-Irish sentiment is also called hibernophobia.
Okay.
That's a quick Google. That's the fastest Google in the world. All right. Want to hear about the Irish?
Yeah.
I'd hoped Hybern might have some internal conflict to exploit to get them to collapse from within, that its people might not want this war, might see it as costly and dangerous and unnecessary. But 500 years on that island with little trade, little opportunity, Hybern's people are hungry for change, or rather, a change back to the old days when they had human slaves to do their work, when there were no barriers keeping them from what they now perceive as their right. Hybern's wealth has been dwindling for centuries. Most of their trade routes before the war dealt with the South. We don't know if Hybern's king deliberately failed to establish new trade routes or opportunities for his people in order to one day fuel this war, or if he was just that short-sighted and let everything fall apart. But for centuries now, Hybern's people have been festering. Hybern let their resentment of their growing stagnation and poverty fester.
Jesus Christ.
We keep going. There were many high fae who knew nothing but privilege thanks to those slaves. And when that privilege was ripped away from them, when they were forced to leave their homelands or forced to make room for other high fae and reform territories, create new ones above that wall, they have not forgotten that anger, even centuries later, especially not in places like Hybern, where their territory and population remained mostly untouched by change. They were one of the few who did not have to yield any land to the wall, and did not yield any land to the Fey territories now looking for a new home. Isolated, growing poorer, with no slaves to do their labor, Hybern has long viewed the days before the war as a golden era, and these centuries since as a dark age. I rubbed at my chest. They're all insane to think that. Reese nodded. Yes, they certainly are, but don't forget that their king has encouraged these limited worldviews. He did not expand their trade routes. He did not allow other territories, blah, 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 blah. I think that's insane.
Yeah.
They're like, how can anyone believe that?
This is like unacceptable. Don't you think? Like,
it's crazy. Like, you don't, it's just crazy.
I'm just trying to read, like, what are people saying about this?
This would sell so many copies in like Victorian England.
If this is not on purpose, then this is an unacceptable level of ignorance, I think, is where and both are bad. Both situations are bad.
In 2017.
I think, like, this is like if Tolkien's orcs, well, it's a little bit like, listen, Lord of the Rings, I really love. There's stuff with the people from the Eastern lands.
It's like if Sauron was Chinese, and Tolkien was like, "That's what I'm doing."
I mean, yeah, it's like if Sauron and the orcs were all vaguely Chinese, and you were just like the whole time you're like, "What? Why are they? Why is it a map of England and China?" Why?
And then it's sort of about how like the Opium Wars were justified. Yeah. It's because they were unstoppable evil. We had to get them addicted to opium. Their trade routes have for a long time, festered.
Yeah, but I mean, like, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Mag, you're overthinking it. The curtains are just blue.
The curtains are blue, dude. The curtains.
It's not that deep, man.
Dude, if you like this book and don't see a problem with this, you're a fucking maniac.
You're not supposed to think about it.
I know.
You're not supposed to know that you just ripped all this stuff off of Irish culture word for word and then like made them the bad guys?
Do you think there's a world in which in one of these books they actually get to Hybern and they realize it's been like propagandized and it's actually chill?
I read a comment online that said like, oh, we should do that, because I think anyone who thinks about this critically is like, we should get like a Hybern redemption arc.
Yeah,
but it sort of seems like they are the cartoonishly evil bad guys for this whole thing.
That is fucking insane. That is just, what is there to say?
Nothing. Let's go to a library.
Yeah.
So in another hollowed out mountain, there's a fun library. And the first line of that chapter is Farah saying, "I've never been to a library before." And now immediately, astute listeners and readers would remember, she's been in a ton of libraries plenty of times. But she clarifies, not counting the private libraries here and at the Spring Court, and my family had one as well, but not a real one.
Like one where you get like a library card?
That's like a public library.
I have a line of library cards at most libraries.
She's never been to the public library. Get a load of this. Get a load of this. Reese he's so good, man.
Yeah.
He founded a public library
Aw.
that is exclusively run by by women who have been like horribly like attacked and mutilated by the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's so good.
He's giving them
doesn't,
jobs.
And this is important. He doesn't force them to stay there.
No, you can quit.
They can leave anytime.
You can quit. You can leave at any
He
time.
makes a big point of saying like, but they can leave my library.
Who cares? You employ women who have been through trauma at your library. I don't care that you don't have to say they can leave. Of course, the fact that he says they can leave at any time makes me think that they can't. Makes you think that there's some spell. Now, of course, the women can work at the libraries, but they're not going to leave because of the implication.
But Reese had heard about the free libraries open to the public, back in the human lands, which I would like to believe that the human lands
they
were like medieval like peasants.
Nobody knows
and
how
I
to
don't know. They have enough they have like a network of public libraries that this fairy lord has heard about them. There's a lot of like authors stand in, like just like everyone on planet Earth. These characters all love libraries and reading,
of course,
stories,
yeah.
and another stolen name. The clerk at this library, his name is Clotho, which is exactly the name of one of the fates from Greek mythology.
Nice,
because I read that, I'm like, that sounds familiar, and I googled it immediately. It's like, one of the fates. But in this book, she's sort of like a librarian who was.
This book is making my breath
horribly.
This anti-Irish sentiment is crazy.
It's like because the way they talk about like this woman in this library, it's like fetishizing their pain to like make this guy look good. But like that being the plot line to make your main. I mean, it's not great.
You're
good.
fetishizing women who presumably have been assaulted and tortured, just to put them in there to make your male main character look better.
Good, yeah.
Is not going for the epic messaging you're hoping it goes for.
But Mac, they can leave at any
They're
time.
allowed to leave. They're not gonna.
They can be they can be in there and they can study, but they can leave at any time.
They can leave at any time. They're not going to, of course, because they go back out into the world where all that bad stuff happened. But me, Reese Schmarzeron, Reese Witherspoon.
That's because that's his last name.
Witherspoon. WYTHERSPUUN.
SP like umlaut and Witherspoon.
Witherspoon. If you had a chance to change your spoon. He is.
If you had a chance to wither your spoon, would you do it?
Would you eat with a spoon if you could?
Come visit my library.
They
can all leave whenever.
They're allowed to leave, laddie. The lasses I employ at my library are allowed to leave of their own accord.
But the fun thing about the library is there's a big pit in the middle of it. This is the fun. Are you ready for the fun fantasy stuff yet?
The fun thing about modern libraries is that there might be a fun kids section with events. And the fun thing about this library is that there's a big hole right in the middle of it.
There's a big hole and no one knows what's in it. There's some sort of like scary creature. You can like fly down in it, but like anyone who's ever gone in there.
So he employs women who have been abused by fantasy creatures in the world to work at a library where there's a giant hole in the ground with direct access to a big scary fantasy creature.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
That's awesome.
It was sort of unused real estate, and he's like, I need to start my charity.
And I've heard about all those medieval libraries.
I've heard about the network of public libraries you have in your medieval human town, and so I decided to make one public library here. So my girlfriend, who's been in so many libraries, can go to it and say, I've never been in a library before.
This book fucking sucks. Is this the worst?
But you're like, what is at the bottom? What's in the pit?
I don't care.
What's in the pit? What's in the pit?
What's in the pit? It's Reese's wife's head or whatever.
It's the bodies of all the women who tried to leave the library. Farrah, don't go down there.
They're allowed to leave. Farrah, don't go in the pit.
Oh, I didn't tell you. There's only one way out.
Yes, they're allowed to leave the library. Wing. My breath whooshed. No, don't go in the pit.
Did you see what was in the pit? Well, the one time I looked, my breath whoosh.
I couldn't. I blew the monster all the way back down with my whoosh breath.
But it's some sort of unspeakable horror.
If you read this book stem to stern, cradle to grave, you put it down and say that was good and go about your life, you need to be arrested. This is insane.
Oh, I have to say this before. So they keep doing like their curses, like by the cauldron or like the cauldron, because that's like their god or whatever. Oh, I have to find this. Oh, another thing, like after Lucian comes to the night court, Feyre's all like guilty that she like never gave him like a tour of the place.
Okay.
Well, because when you're on vacation and your friend comes visits, you got to
give them a tour.
You got to give them a tour, but like war is happening. But like
maybe
you still
the tour
got to
could be
give you
postponed.
a dinner. You can sort of do a tour, and she's like, normally I'd do a tour, but he never asked, so I'm not going to give him a tour.
Okay. This book is 800 pages.
But then later on, she gives him a tour, and he's sort of like, oh, nice.
Oh, cool tour. Thank you. What's that pit? How come there's a bunch of dead women in that pit?
The townhouse or the palace? Which one do you want a tour of? This is a funny line. Funny line. Here we go. Oh, Lucian is all like, you guys don't really follow normal fairy protocol here. Everyone can sort of speak their mind. Reese says that, and Lucian is like, obviously, Reese lives in a townhouse by the cauldron.
Townhouse by the cauldron is like Manchester by the sea.
But it's like the exclamation by the cauldron.
He lives in a townhouse. God damn it.
Reese like it's the townhouse is by the cauldron. Reese lives in a townhouse by the cauldron.
Good for Reese. The cauldron is prime real estate.
All right, before we get to sort of the end of what happens here, in one of the first lines, I thought this was very poetic.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of the weaver and the carver, he was like, I let myself drag up memories of the weaver, the carver, the Midgard worm.
Oh, the Midgard worm.
Yeah.
The weaver, the carver, the Midgard worm.
Exactly. The weaver, the carver, the Midgard worm.
By the cauldron.
It sort of has an Irish lilt to it, wouldn't you say?
Oh my God.
Anyway, so there's a pit. We don't know what's in it in the library.
We know what's in it.
It's a monster.
It's a monster.
The whole time they're like, there's Feyre wants to have wings, and so she can grow wings, but apparently she needs to train to build up the muscles in her back to be able to like support and use the wings. I sort of liked that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's sort of fun. So she has to train more. So she trains.
What does she do? Like lap pull downs and stuff?
Yeah, and she's like, I'm so sore. She like tries to fly, and there's a couple times she's like, I tried to fly when no one was around, and I ate shit on the cobblestone, but I was okay.
Like a skateboard video.
She hurts her pride a lot.
The fall hurt, but what hurt worse was my pride.
Yep, exactly. You got it.
I could write this.
You'd love this book.
I could write this book, and I hate the Irish.
You would love this
perfect.
book. And so they decided, okay, so we need to make allies in order to stand a chance in this war, and so they have to try to get an alliance with all the other like high lords of the court. And so what they do is they send out a bunch of invitations to a party or some sort of get together.
They send a partiful invite out.
Ally party. And they're like, we don't know. They spent a lot of talking about like who's going to come, who's not going to come. Is Lucian's dad going to come?
Who cares?
Is Tamlin going to come?
Oh, that'd be
crazy.
Is
the Lord of the Summer Court going to come because he has the blood rubies out for them?
Right.
These are all things that are important and that we remember and that we like and build a lot of tension. So what I did like, I think some people in this book who've read this book don't like this because it takes away from the sort of the fantasy vacation of it all. But I did quite enjoy the sisters having to like deal with being fairies now. If you sort of ignore the fact that like the whole cauldron trauma thing is sort of invented so that they have some sort of like thing,
thing to do.
So they have a thing to do. Apparently Nesta, when she was in the cauldron, she like did something and no one knows like what she did. So she's like, she has like some crazy power.
Yeah, that's cool.
We apparently learned that she forced the cauldron to like give her something in return for like taking her mortality or something. So she's like training with Amryn because Nesta is now, there's a lot of like, what are you? She's like something similar to like an eldritch being, some sort of power she has. And she's still like sort of prickly and a little bit of an asshole. But like I think it's a different character who's not just straightforwardly a sort of a quippy, wry, good guy.
Yeah.
So that makes it interesting. The other daughter, sort of like traumatized, she's like hollowed out, she's not eating, and so like Lucian, her mate, has to like try to reach out to her, and none of like Feyre doesn't want to do it because Lucien was one of the guys who betrayed them with Tamlin, and so like there's some conflict there, some like interpersonal conflict. We like, once again run into the limitations of first person when the author decides, I want an internal monologue of what Lucien is thinking. And so Feyre can just all of a sudden teleport in his mind and read his whole mind, and we get like 5 pages of his internal dialogue.
That doesn't sound consensual to me, to teleport into somebody's mind.
She like barely didn't even know.
She barely
didn't even know she was doing it. And they talk about that.
Oh.
They determined that because she was doing it to protect her sister potentially from something that Lucien contributed to helping happen, the betrayal, that she was justified in invading her friend's mind.
Oh, I see. Yes.
So she's still good, and her actions are good.
The Feyre defense.
Yeah, there's a lot of something happens, and you realize, you're like, wait a second.
That contradicts everything we've been establishing.
And then
so
the characters
far.
have a conversation where like, oh, it's sort of fine.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe it comes up. I have to go back. The fact that Rhys did those horrible things to her in the first book.
It comes back up?
It almost comes back up. So she's talking, I think, to Lucien, and they're like talking about like, oh, did you even like kiss him or beforehand or whatever, like whatever.
What?
And Lucien said, you kissed under the mountain. And she says, I had as little choice in that as I did in the dancing. And Lucien says, and yet this is the male you now loved. The next paragraph, internal monologue. He didn't know. He had no inkling of the personal history, the secrets that opened my heart to the High Lord of the Night Court. They were not my stories to tell. And then we just continue.
We just move on. But Lucien is right.
It's like, but it's my new boyfriend.
Yeah.
You don't even know. Like
your new boyfriend.
Someone tells you like I think he abused you once. Like you don't get it.
Yeah.
That's not the reason he did that is not my story to tell. It's like defending your toxic boyfriend.
Oh yeah, for sure. Wait a minute, didn't your boyfriend drug you and assault you under a mountain?
You know what? That's not.
He has a line of credit at most stores, you know. He lives in a townhouse by the cauldron. We make a lot of money and we're very happy. And he pays me a salary. And
salary.
He throws women who doesn't want to work in the library into a big hole. But who doesn't? I'm so sick.
Maybe we'll have a conversation about how those women deserved it.
I'm so sick of pretending this shit is good. This shit is terrible. These
Mac,
books
it's so
are
fun.
awful. These books are like, you have to be out of your mind to just not critically think about any of this.
Mac, you don't your brain cells must be thrown into a pit in a library. If you just sort of take your, just like scrub your head, go,
Yep,
take out your brain
cap.
Into a big pit.
Yeah, and then
These books are so fun.
These books are fun. There's lots of shopping and dinner and baths and horrific anti-Irish sentiment. 4 of my favorite things.
Yeah, there's it's so funny where like they come about the bond, and Feyre probably for the first time has like, wait, what if the bond that my sister has is not what she needs? What if there's no free will? What if Lucien wants the bond but she doesn't? And Rhys is like, so a mating bond can be rejected. There's a choice. Sometimes it's a bad bond. It's sort of like the universe sort of like takes a guess, but you can sort of like go to therapy and not have a bond anymore. So then like, what's the fucking point of the bond?
You can ignore it. Also, conveniently,
it's romantic for the good people, but as soon as it's problematic, it's like, whatever.
A convenient plot device for that not to have been in the previous book where Feyre realizes that the weird manipulative abuser is her mate and she sort of has to bond to him.
She has to be like, I guess I have to go with him.
Yeah.
And now she's like defending him like, you don't get it. My new boyfriend gave me a raise after we had sex.
Wow.
Apparently her sisters can read.
Good.
And when Feyre admits that she couldn't read, her sister's like, wait, I thought you could read. We would have helped you learn how to read. And Feyre's like, I didn't think you'd say yes if I'd ask.
Growing up in the same house and going to the same school,
I
how
don't
did
even
some
know
of
if
them
they
learn
went
how to
a
read?
school. You sort of have to forget everything that happened in the past.
Yeah, you're
in
right.
the past books.
Kill the past.
It's a sort of a foundation. It's sort of a foundation made on rotting corpses.
Yeah. As all good
so
stories
things in the
are
past,
told.
yeah. So things in the past have to sort of be relitigated. They talk about how like they can sleep in for training, and everyone's like 7.
Oh my god!
Oh, but 7? Like that's early. That's sleeping in. That and Cassian's like that's sleeping in when I'm training you, and
Cool,
like actually
man.
you can sleep in till 8.
Oh
See,
my
it's all they
god!
just want to be on vacation with your best friends.
Yeah. This is just like having a conversation about like, well, we could get up and go do this hike, but we're on vacation. Like, why would we wake up early so we could go on a hike?
Exactly. There's not like some evil Irish guy coming.
And then Sarah J. Maas, after she's done mailing letters to Irish people about how much she despises them, likes to imagine a world in which she could maybe wake up early on a vacation. And she thought the world needed to hear about it, and so she made $1 billion writing books for lunatics.
At some point, Amryn, who's like the
I don't know.
She's like the Eldritch Horror trapped in a
That's
fey body.
Morrigan, isn't it?
No, Morrigan's
She's
sort of she's normal. She just fights.
She's normal.
These are all people, and some of them have wings. She like has to go. She's like trying to find other spies. At some point, spies show up, and there's a library at the pit.
Yeah.
In the library, and they have the anti-magic thing, and then Feyre's like with her sister, and she's like, I'm not gonna run up, I'm gonna run down into the pit. And she makes some deal with the thing in the pit.
Oh,
of
wow.
Like the thing in the pit wants like company.
Sure.
And so she's like, yeah, I'll hang out with you. And then he like the thing in the pit like kills the other 2 Irish people who teleported there to like kidnap her. And she had her eyes closed the whole time, so we still don't know what the thing in the pit is.
Oh, nice.
But after that, the Amryn sort of goes prowling, and apparently she's so scary that some of the citizens of this city where they are, Valaris, paint their doorways with lamb's blood to try to ward her away.
Oh, sure.
Now, astute readers might know that this is directly from the Christian Bible. The last plague when Moses sends the angel of death upon the Egyptians.
Oh, is it with lamb's blood or is it with salt?
It was literally lamb's blood. And he tells all the Israelites like paint your thing and your firstborn will be spared. So I think Amryn is like the Christian biblical angel of death.
Oh, cool.
So that's fun, right?
I guess if you're an idiot, I'm sure you probably
It'll probably never come up again. At some point, the summer court gets attacked with boats, and the king of Hybern is there, and all our friends go and attack and just kick ass and kill all the Hibernians who are there. Rhys faces off with the king of Hybern on one of the ships, and Feyre's like, kill him, and he's like, you don't get it. If I kill him now,
I'll be just
we
like
don't
him.
know about his plans yet. And she's like, oh my god, kill him. And he shoots an arrow at him, and it goes right through him as the illusion dissolves. And he's like, how you would think I'd show up here to fight you? You're an idiot. And that's where I stopped reading.
Wow. We did it.
We have a party imminent. We have a what's in the pit question imminent. Will they have more dinner?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to keep reading, unfortunately, to find out.
Yep. I don't think we see if there's anything else. There's a story. There's like a little parable while Feyre is learning to fly with her wings. She's like, I'm never gonna get it. And Cassian or someone tells her like a story about there was once an Illyrian who like had her wings were like small and she was sad about it, but then like a day came where she had to like fly her friend to safety and her wings were the perfect size to fit through the gap. And she's like, and that's why we believe that sometimes, your greatest weakness can be your greatest strength.
Wow.
And that person's name was Nefel, and so they call it the Nefel philosophy.
Oh, wow.
So that's sweet. So that's probably going to come up as she like can't fly, and because she can't fly at the end of the book,
they
she'll
blast
like
some
save
beam
the day
that kills everybody who can fly,
or something like that. So Feyre's in her sort of journey to build back muscles. That's really her only struggle at the moment.
Yeah. Just like Jim Bros everywhere.
She's taking tea.
She's taking tea in Anavar.
Yeah, the Lord of the Summer Court is still mad about getting stolen from, even though the Night Court people all came and saved his city from almost certainly getting taken over by the King of Hybern. So he's still salty for some reason.
Yeah, then the previous book, The Summer Court, are like a bunch of sort of vaguely people of color that they rob. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Cool, man. Good book.
Well, and then, when the Tarquin, the Lord of the Summer Court, has the gall to like be mad at them for like, hey, like maybe something of what you did is the reason my city got attacked. They're like, the Highburn is in charge of its own actions. Don't blame us for the actions of Highburn. So they have like no sense of like how things can like connect,
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it's very juvenile in the.
Yeah, this book is for fucking babies who don't know how to read. And so like I'm just so sick of pretending that any of this is good or worth talking about. Like, you're being scammed by a horrible woman who wants to get your money. Stop giving her your money.
Well, and she writes so much. Like, there's this series, there's the Crescent City series, there's Throne of Glass. They're all just like, it's like content.
It's content, man. Hey, check this out. Ready? Throne of Glass, more like Throne of Ass.
Nice.
What do you think?
That's pretty good.
That was pretty good.
That belongs in this book.
I think so too. Is there language in this book? Is there cussing?
No. There's like no.
God.
I don't think I've. I know what that never occurred to me. I don't think I've read a single fuck.
Wow.
Which is sort of good because those almost always take me out. There was like a funny thing where like he'll be on my ass and Lucian's about something.
Sure. Yeah, man. This is I'm a little bit stunned that
this is your third book, and then you're like, I know what'll just. I wonder if it's because anytime she tries to like make anything logical, it's like it becomes a tirade against the Irish and how backwards they are. She might realize that like I have to stop explaining things because every time I do, it gets worse.
Yeah, what a fucking idiot. Fuck you, Sarah J. Maas.
Whoa.
Yes. No, seriously. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
But Mac, don't you wish you lived in a townhouse by the cauldron?
By the cauldron.
I wanted to say this one thing. So she finally gets back to Reese, and she's like, "Oh, I'm filthy." She's like covered in dirt and blood from like fighting, and they like want to have sex. And Reese is like, "Don't worry about it." He like snaps his fingers, and now she's clean.
Oh,
and she's like, "Wait, why do we take baths if we can just do this?"
Good question.
And he's like, well, the essence of the dirt still remains. And so she feels her skin. She's like, oh, my skin does sort of feel dirty, even though I look clean.
But at least you look fuckable
So I
now.
will have to have a bath later.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, okay.
Okay, cool, man.
But the essence of the dirt remains.
I just want to say this right now. I'm not planning on killing myself anytime soon. I'm very happy. Sarah J. Maas is the worst writer of all time. Sarah J. Maas, you are a fucking lunatic scumbag.
I will say this.
Fuck
Sentence to
Akawar.
sentence by sentence, the writing does not want me is giving me a stroke.
Oh, good. The bare minimum.
Like the logic the logic and everyone's sort of characterization and emotional reactions is sort of nonsensical. But like line by line, it's a lot better, I will say.
Yeah. Well,
So because I have to say something nice.
no, you don't. No, you absolutely don't. Not with all this crazy shit
I almost
going
forgot
on.
to talk about the painting. There's two times where she like sees a scene and is like, I know what that painting would be called.
Oh, and does we get an answer?
Yeah, she's all like, evil fairy with fruit or something. I don't know.
Because she saw an evil fairy with fruit.
Yes.
I know what that painting would be called.
I'm trying to see if I can find one. Because that was funny. I'm like, I can't believe the painting is back.
Evil Irish twins getting eaten by a pit monster.
If I could have painted that moment, she's like tricking Tamlin or something. And if I could have painted that moment, I would have named it A Portrait in Snares and Baiting.
That's a terrible title.
No, but don't you get it?
painting.
It's like the title of the book.
A portrait of snares
and of ruin and wings and ruin.
Wow.
Let's see if I can find the other one. It's these sort of small details that I think really flesh out this world.
She didn't even come up with anything. It's fucking Hadrian's Wall. It's England and Ireland.
No, it's more south than Hadrian's Wall. It's a wall right through Cornwall. You could call it the Cornwall.
Hadrian's Cornwall.
But don't you want to know how the holes are happening in the wall?
I would rather eat a bullet for breakfast than know about what the holes are happening in the wall.
No, but because the cauldron can fix the holes in the wall or it can break the holes in the wall.
Oh my God.
And now because Nesta took something from the cauldron, maybe she has the power to fix the wall.
Wow.
But they're like, we can't force her to do anything because she's already been forced to do enough.
Right, of course.
So we'll ask her and we'll just tell her we're desperate. And if they're very clear about that.
Yeah, and if she says no, that's all right, even though it could destroy.
Making allies and appropriately telling the stakes is tantamount to doing unconsensual things.
Yeah. I'm sure if you're 14, this book is probably awesome. Or if you're like, if you, I've never read anything other than like Tumblr posts about 21 Pilots, and this is the first book you've ever read. I'm sure you probably really like it.
It feels like a fanfic of itself. Like there's some other text and media that's like the good story, and like this person has like taken the worst character in that and like made a series out of it. She looks at Lucian and names the painting. The clever fox stares down winged death.
These are terrible names for painting.
The painting flashed into my mind.
Painting flat. Oh, wow. Just like Mario. Can we be done?
Every time Mario. No. Let's flip through. I'm just going to see if there's any other things I underlined. If you have to go through this, if I have to go through this, you have to go through this.
I understand.
Oh, I almost forgot. They go back to the bone carver.
Oh, wow.
They're like, we don't have enough allies. So maybe we go into the magic prison and we make an army of monsters. And so the bone carver is like, I actually want to be in prison. You can't make a deal with me because my siblings, the Weaver and some other guy, are out in the world and they're too scary for me to deal with. So I actually want to be in prison. And they're like, damn, he really got us. And he's like, but if you find the magic mirror, then I'll come out and help you. So they also have to find a magic mirror called the Ouroboros.
What?
Which is, again, a stolen thing.
Yeah.
That's the snake that eats itself. It's a mirror that can tell you anything you want when you look at it, but you will also go crazy. And the bone carver wants this for some reason.
Okay. It'd be to make an army of monsters?
Yeah, their plan is, well, let's try to recruit some monsters because we don't have enough people. So they're going to... The bone carver is some sort of like ancient horror that that can kill everyone with a blink or something. You know? So they need to find a magic mirror
with a Thanos-esque snap of the fingers.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows?
Again, the best thing from the last book makes another appearance because nothing else can there's no other original thing that can happen.
Yeah. I noticed you wrote there are chapter breaks in the middle of dialogue.
Oh, yeah. That's like a classic good thing when you're writing where it's like, I need a chapter break. And it's literally they're talking to the bone carver. And literally it's like he ends a sentence with like a thought. And it's like chapter break as if it's a cliffhanger. And then the start of the next chapter is like him continuing to speak.
Cool, man.
It's like in the middle of dialogue, and like I have to turn the page.
That's awesome.
Do you want me to read like a whole 2 pages that I felt like emblematic of the dialogue of this book?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm quoting this like sacred text. Oh, this is perfect. This is a dinner scene. It took me a moment to remember that particular conversation back at our father's estate when she and I had been at each other's throats over the differences between human and fey food. It was the same in terms of what was served, but it just tasted better above the wall. Is that a compliment? Nesta didn't return my smile as she speared some asparagus with her fork and dug in. And I figured it was as good a time as any, as I said to Cassian, what time are we back in the training ring tomorrow? To his credit, Cassian didn't so much as glance at Nesta as he replied with a lazy smile, I'd say dawn, but since I'm feeling rather grateful that you're back in one piece, I'll let you sleep in. Let's meet at 7. I'd hardly call that sleeping in, I said. For an Illyrian it is, Moore muttered. Cassian's wings rustled. Daylight is a precious resource. We live in the night court, Moore countered. Cassian only grimaced at Rhys and Asriel. I told you that the moment we started letting females into our group, they'd be nothing but trouble. As far as I can recall, Cassian, Rhys countered dryly, you actually said you needed a reprieve from staring at our ugly faces and that some ladies would add a much-needed prettiness for you to look at all day. Pig, Amryn said. Cassian gave her a vulgar gesture that made Lucian choke on his green beans.
What? Is that really what it says?
Everyone, instead of laughing, is like choking
on green beans.
Like someone says something they're not supposed to.
Whoa! I'm laughing at Amryn.
I was a young Illyrian. I didn't know better, he said, then pointed his fork at Asriel. Don't try to blend into the shadows. You said the same thing. He did not, Moore said, and the shadows that Asriel had indeed been subtly weaving around himself vanished. Asriel has never once said anything that awful. Only you, Cassian, only you. The general of the High Lord's armies stuck out his tongue. Moore returned the gesture. So they're all like being witty. They're literally sticking their tongues out at each other.
Yeah, and I love when a book says he gave him a vulgar gesture because you can't write in the book he gave him the bird.
He flipped him off.
Yeah.
And he choked on his
green beans. So fairy food is green beans and asparagus?
But it's like better, man.
It's better.
And so, but now the mean sister understands why they were so pissy about the human food in the last book. Weren't you wondering that?
Because these green beans...
Don't you want to get clarity on that?
These green beans hit different above Hadrian's Cornwall.
Yes! You finally get it, Mac. You're finally getting it.
I've got the Aquar bug.
Yeah, that's it. I can keep talking about... This is their banter at every dinner.
Awesome. At every dinner. There are multiple dinners.
Yep. They're smirking. They're like being sassy. They're sticking their tongues out at each other. It's if you like these people, you're eating good tonight. It's like you're eating green beans.
It says Amren sipped from her glass of blood.
Oh yeah, she drinks blood.
Oh my God, like a vampire.
Yep.
But she's not a vampire.
She's a mysterious badass with mysterious powers. She just drinks blood.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Like SpongeBob.
SpongeBob drinks blood.
Well, there's an episode where he's drinking blood. He's like, no, I'm drinking diet blood. And he's diet blood. I don't remember why. They might be dressed up as vampires for Halloween. Yeah.
Oh.
I think they're dressed up as vampires for Halloween.
SpongeBob also some sort of like eldritch being.
Yeah, eldritch sponge.
I think he's also canonically the angel of death from the Book of Exodus.
He might be. He eats when he gets scared, his hands go into a popcorn bucket and he eats them. So
Squidward has to paint his lintel with lamb's blood every night lest SpongeBob show up and make fun of his clarinet playing.
It snapped into my mind. I would call it Who Lives in a Pineapple Under the Sea?
Got any more lamb's blood, Mr. Krabs?
Oh my God, it's lamb's blood.
Mr. Krabs is ordering like copious amounts of lamb's blood from like Cisco. It's like getting delivered in the bag.
That's the Krabby Patty secret formula?
Yeah, it's
lamb's
Cisco.
blood. Cisco lamb's blood.
Don't look at that truck behind the Krusty Krab, boy. It's all frozen.
Wow, what a steaming pile of shit.
It's great, Mac. Do you think consent is bad?
No. no.
It sort of sounds like if you're criticizing this book, you think consent is bad.
No, I just think that Sarah J. Maas is a fucking moron. And I think that your time spent reading this book, you could have been doing something better, like autoerotic asphyxiating yourself to death. Or reading a different book. Or doing anything else.
I feel I may have, in explaining this to you, sort of the Stockholm Syndrome might be complete. Because I think when I was suspending my brain cells in order to read about the library, I'm like, maybe I am starting to believe Reese is sort of a good guy.
Oh, no, you can't fall into
I might
that.
be flipping
The
on our
Maas
boy
trap.
Tamlin.
No, you can't.
It's
Don't
sort
say
of
something like
there's
that.
sort of a critical mass of stupidity when it is like hurled at you. Yeah. You must either succumb or die.
The unstoppable force versus the immovable object.
And I feel like I must succumb or die.
I mean, yeah, you can't like this show is a terrible idea. I wish we never started it. And I mean, what do we gain from reading this at all? Just people in the comments being like, actually, you didn't get it. There's no dead women in the pit. Yeah, we're joking. Also, SpongeBob isn't in it either, you fucking moron. But thanks for listening.
As always, thanks for listening. Next time we'll be back with, believe it or not, more of this.
Yeah, great.
We get to see what happens at the party. What else do we learn? Maybe what's in the pit. There's some sort of battle.
Yeah, some sort of pit-related battle, maybe.
What is Amren?
I don't know.
What is Nesta? Is the little boy bone carver gonna be really
He's a
scary?
little boy?
So he appears to Feyre as her and Reese's son.
Wow.
And to get under his skin, and for some reason Feyre's like, I can't deal with this.
I would call this me and Reese's
this.
son as the bone carver.
So there's a lot of, remember in the first book she has being in a mountain PTSD.
Yes.
This time it's addressed that she's so much better at it. She leave one, and Reese is like, wow, you did so well. And she was like, I didn't even notice I was under a mountain. I must be healing.
Wow.
It's a beautiful story about healing and found family. This has the found family tag.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
On Storygraph?
I think that's like a fan fiction thing.
It's found family. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to read, if you want to know sort of the plot of everything you read beforehand, you sort of go off of plot tags on internet websites.
Well, who knows? I mean, if you're a loser who hates the Irish, you'll probably like this book. But if you're a normal person, don't read it.
There's some like idiot living in a castle in like England where like they don't have enough money to like turn their estate into a museum, but like they're still so convinced of like their own class superiority. Yeah. They're reading this and like,
Sarah J. Maas.
Let's go fox hunting after this. let's read some Sarah J. Maas and hunt some foxes. I can't wait. I don't know if there's more books of this planned. I think they have to go fox hunting at some point.
They have to. They have
go
to.
full. The way to fix this, Sarah J. Maas, you go full English like supremacy.
Yeah.
Full English imperialism. Like cartoonishly to the point where Feyre's eating beans on toast.
Yeah.
Reese. Reese is listening to I Would Walk 500 Miles on a loop because he's Scottish.
He choked on his beans and toast.
He's quoting Braveheart. They watch Braveheart every week together.
They may take our night court, but they will never take our library.
It's because it has a pit.
It's because it has a pit, and you can't move a library with a pit because where would the pit go?
You can't move a pit.
You can't move a pit, folks.
And this is the sort of bulletproof world building we will explore even more next time on Hardcover Hooligans. Any final thoughts, Mac?
No. If you like the show, listen, like us on, you know where to. Just look up the name on the internet.
It's in the same spot. It's on TikTok. It's on Instagram.
Send us an email.
I feel sort of like a Dementor over here in the way that I feel like I am energized by dumping all this horrendousness onto Mac. I'm sort of like sucking all his happiness and joy, and I feel light and sort of better. Energized, and Mac seems sort of defeated.
You feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, you win some, you lose some. If every book was as good as a good book, then what would be the point of reading at all?
And that's beautiful.
It's good that there's garbage to fill up the bookshelves of a Barnes & Noble.
Yeah. It is sort of, there's a certain piece having read this stuff where I feel like at certain points in like your life as like a person who likes books and reads, you look around a library or a bookstore and you're like, wow, I'm never really going to get to all this stuff in one lifetime. And what sort of things am I missing out on?
You're not.
And this sort of makes me feel better about that. Probably most of that is garbage that I'm not missing out on.
Yeah, you're not. Except this made a shit zillion dollars.
Yep.
Anyway.
All right. Well, I think stay in a pit.
Stay in a pit.